JPEG is dying, and that's a bad thing. I love 2 clicks Philip. I don't know why. I don't understand the law here. Maybe someone can educate me. Why does Philip put
Hi,
lens
Pyro.
flare?
It's your newest scammer, sending this TTS to cover my sub because I feel bad. Also, please don't steal my profile picture. Keep up the bad slop.
Oh, thank you for the 10 Amazon parcel, bro. I'm on this new water now. Look at this. Icelandic sparkling. It tastes like fish.
Shut that man up, he is yapping and full of camel shiz. Anyway, here is another 50 for the dementia dog and hope to see you in Saudi. I'll make you eat a feast stables of camel.
The dementia dog. That's a niche bit. Okay, you're actually a fan. All right, thank you, Mr. East, for the 50. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'd like to go to Saudi at some point. Thank you, iBox, for joining.
Forex, in Argentina, the typical monthly salary is around 45,200 Argentine pesos, ARS, which is roughly equivalent to 199 US dollars. That's why to you, ARS is cheap, but for those in Argentina, it is not. That's why the scam is a problem. Unamused face. Hope this helps.
It's because the salary is so bad. Yeah, I've seen bits before talking about how doesn't Argentina like just do like a bunch of RuneScape mining and stuff as well? Because they make so much money off it. Isn't that one of the reasons why? Like, apparently if RuneScape went down, the Argentinian economy would just collapse. But yeah, anyway. All right, let's watch this. JPEG is dying.
Bums. Everyone knows what JPEG is.
This guy has taken such good care of himself, by the way.
I was going to buy myself some lunch as I work as a painter in the boiling sun, but I'm giving it to so you can eat, you lowly beggar.
Thank you, Tofu, for the 10. This guy has not aged at all. I've been watching him for like 10 years and he just doesn't age a day. It's crazy.
But just in case you
Oh, it's Venezuela with the RuneScape stuff. Okay.
somehow missed the memo, it is an image format that's been around for about 30 years. It's normally a lossy format, meaning that images saved in this way lose a bit of their quality. But
I'm surprised why it's titled JPEG is dying and that's a bad thing, because I always use PNG, which I don't think it's lossless, but it's still like, it's better than... I've always thought in my head that PNG is better than JPEG.
the file sizes are much smaller, making it more convenient to share and to store.
I know, like, when you upload stuff, like profile pictures onto, like, Steam and stuff, like, in old CS and that, they always wanted you to use JPEGs.
Files in the JPEG format than in lossless and much bigger formats like PNG and bitmap.
I've never used bitmap, ever. Never used that. I only use PNG.
JPEG saves file sizes by dropping the quality of the image where it thinks it won't be noticed. This isn't JPEG's fault, and you can customize how much you want it to compress the image by, but this has unfortunately worked against its reputation, and these days,
I know this sounds really sad. I think the only time I've actually tried to use, like, you know, like trying to compress images is when I'm trying to set my profile picture on Discord to something animated. And I have to make very sure that I get as much animation as possible within the 2 megabyte limit. Because the fact you can only have a 2 megabyte animated profile picture on Discord is shameful. So you really got to cut some corners there.
JPEG
Thank you, Savory, for joining.
is used as an insult when an image looks low in quality or has been overly compressed too many times. But we have a lot to thank JPEG for it's been widely supported, is easy to run, and has generally been good enough to serve our image needs for decades. But it risks being killed off, thanks to advancements in hardware power and improved compression algorithms and all that exciting stuff.
Whoa, that's the same file size? Really?
Algorithms.
That's a smaller file size. Oh no, it's WebP though. I hate WebP.
And all.
Do you know how annoying
Take
it
my
is?
money.
Thank you, Annan, for the 10. Do you know how annoying it is? Thank you, Dank Mercy, for the 5. How whenever I go to save an image from Google Images onto my computer for like a meme, for like a video or something, like to slip in as like a funny, like a pipe bomb PNG or something, how it always saves as WebP. Do you know how annoying that is? Especially for someone on the main channel that does game reviews, when I have to go onto like the Dark Souls wiki and I'm saving items and I'll save like an Estus flask and it always comes up as a WebP. It's so annoying. It's so infuriating.
all that exciting stuff, we can now get images that are
It's like, I just want to save it and then drag and drop it into Vegas, bro. Like, I don't want to have to like take it to a converter and then like convert it to a PNG.
both smaller in file size and
WebP is the most annoying thing ever. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, I mean, what he's showing here, it seems to be better, like, convenience-wise, but, like, yeah, it's just, ugh.
higher in quality than JPEG is. There are superior, newer, and even newer types of, I missed a line, newer
Thank you, Mystical, for the 7. I'm making the video for Twitter. Will be done soon.
standards than JPEG, like WebP and HEIC, and
Why didn't you show your ShareX? I'm not having a repeat again.
WebP is a great file format, it's just that Microsoft, Adobe etc. were petty and intentionally didn't support it because it was made by Google.
That makes sense. Yeah, because
Pyro, please stop pausing the video, I'm trying to watch the better British YouTuber. Love you.
Thank you, Jedunk, for the 10. Thank you, Lucky, for the 10. Yeah, because it seems to be, like, better visually, and it's a smaller file size. But yeah, I thought it'd be some, like, corporate company BS.
and even newer types of JPEG, like JPEG LS, JPEG 2000, JPEG XR, and most recently JPEG XL. And that's the exciting one. And it would make for a very sensible new standard for JPEG XL.
Damn, that looks good. For 97 kilobytes.
And that's the exciting one. And it would make for a very...
Despite having money, I still use cracked Premiere Pro. You know what's funny? Hang on, let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this. This is iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat playing Chain together, right? And these are like probably these guys probably clear a couple mil a month easy, right? They're minted. And despite that, if you look at the bottom right, he still has not activated his Windows. He has still not activated his Windows. I love that. I love that so much. It's like, we make all this money. We got mad income. Are we going to activate Windows? Nah. It's funny as well, actually. Hang on. I'm sure in my Fat Cry 3 video, you can actually see it in some instances to activate Windows. I might have cropped it out, though, because I was a little bit embarrassed. I'm seeing if I can find it. There was definitely some clips I got, and you could see it said activate Windows in the corner. But I think because I'm like mega autistic, I bought Windows and then I re-recorded the scenes. I'm pretty sure. They were definitely there. Where were they? Oh, I guess they're gone. Maybe it only appears for like a brief bit in the video. But yeah, it usually appears there, but can't find it. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, there was definitely some parts that was showing the activate Windows. Thank you, 12 for the 19.
Very sensible new standard for everyone to use instead of the original JPEG, because it behaves like JPEG, it smells like JPEG, tastes like JPEG, and is better at compressing images. Also,
the Kai Cenat Windows situation is insane. Yeah, I just like how it's like no matter how much money you make, you'll still like never buy Windows. You just never buy it. That's not even a hate on them. Like, you know, it's like, oh, they should buy it. They make so much money. It's like, why should millionaires give billionaires money? Doesn't make any sense.
it remains backwards compatible, which is incredibly handy. For instance, you can get all of your old low-quality JPEG images, and rather than have to encode them again into a new standard and lose even more quality, you can simply make them into JPEG XLs, and it will make them slightly smaller in file size whilst losing none of the quality. How cool is that? For a video about image formats, it's kind of exciting. It's safe to say that JPEG XL...
All this is going to do is make the furries have more HD art of their character when they force spray it on a wall in a public TF2 server, forcing everyone to look at it. I will never buy Premiere or Photoshop. I bought Sony Vegas. I'm like one of the last 3 people on Earth that uses Vegas, not Premiere. And I did notice, to be fair, when I bought Vegas, it was actually a lot more stable.
It's the sensible new...
But yeah, I think one of the worst things about...
Have you ever thought about growing a beard? Think you can rock it?
Yeah. Thank you, Squad, for the 10. I never tried growing facial hair, I'll be honest. The most I've gone without shaving is like 3 days. I prefer the silky smooth. I like to touch my face and there's nothing there. What was I saying? I was saying I have presidential AIDS, but then I said something else about I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping. I don't know that for a fact. Oh, that's right. I was saying about how Photoshop won't let you outright buy it. You just need to keep paying money every month. That's aid. I hate that. I would rather pay $2,000 up front and never have to pay again than this constant monthly fee. Because eventually you're going to forget you're paying the fee and they're just going to keep, you know, leeching money off your account. Thank you, Kips, for joining.
Standard that we should all be moving to. But we're not. For AVIF is here to ruin JPEG's day, and in a way this video that you're watching right now is part of the problem. For videos on YouTube are gradually being moved over to the new AV1 video format, which is...
I know, the one thing I do know about YouTube is when, I'm not sure how true this is now, it might be outdated info, but whenever you render a video and upload it onto YouTube in 2K instead of 1080p, it uses a more updated and better codec. So if you can, upload videos in 2K, not 1080. I mean, on the slop channel, I don't care, so I just put everything out 1080 60. But for the main channel videos, I always do 2K. I would do 4K videos, but I just think it's a bit overkill, and like editors and stuff, that means like everyone has to have god tier equipment to operate like 4K editing. So I just think it's a little bit. And also my setup is a 2K monitor and I record in 2K, so it's kind of pointless to do 4K.
Which is very good. The videos in this format are high in quality and small in file size, so it makes sense that since videos are essentially a bunch of images, we can get whatever's making these videos so good and use them to make really good images as well.
YouTube uploads as absolutely horrendous quality unless you make them a lot of money. I don't think it's to do with the channel, the size of the channel. I think going about streaming, it's like on Twitch. It's like if you're partnered instead of affiliate, you get better, you get more priority on their servers. Like that's an absolute fact. That's actually in their stipulation. But no, I mean, there are ways to upload videos onto YouTube and make the video good quality as long as you know the specifics. But yeah, if you can, just always upload in 2K. That's really important because you get access to their better codec then.
Right? And that's what the AVIF image format is. It's the image bit of the...
Twitch took away your check mark. I've never had a bad time with Twitch, to be fair. They've been nothing but nice to me. They gave me partner.
Hey man, just wanted to let you know that I love the videos you do. I'm no mega fan, but you deserve this.
Thank you, Potato, for the 10. Appreciate it, man.
AV1 video standard. This makes its requirements slightly different to JPEG. Whereas JPEG attempts to strike... Please don't stand on my computer. Oh, she's adorable.
Why does the cat look so sad, man? Why does the cat look so sad? Oh, man, look at that little cat. Aww. Oh, man. Why is that cat so sad? Didn't you get banned from Twitch? I was gonna feed into the bit, but nah, I got soft banned. They took away everything. I can still stream on there. I must be like the only exception on that entire website. It's very bizarre.
Put it simply, AVIF's party trick is to deliver the absolute best image compression, resulting in the tiniest file sizes possible. So if that's your jam, then you should support AVIF over JPEG XL. However, JPEG XL wins in virtually every other way. And according to some sources online, it's even better than AVIF is at compressing images. Although that's not really what I saw in my tests, but okay, whatever.
What is Moz JPEG? What the hell is that?
And while AVIF is just the image bit of a very clever video standard, JPEG XL is a full-blown image format. And that matters more than you might expect. For instance, AVIF maxes out at 12 bits per...
You might be interested to know that the way I was introduced to the show Utopia was by the actor of Grant's younger brother. Been watching you since Shrek has swag. And if I was old enough at the time I would have voted Hillary Clit.
Thank you, Shrek has swag, for the 10. Wait, so you only got introduced to the show by the actor, by Grant's actor's younger brother. Dude, that's mental. What? What? That's sick, man. Really happy to hear it. It's a very good show. Why can't you get Twitch back? I haven't tried, I'll be honest. I just haven't really tried. I might try, and if I came back, I could do like a dual stream thing. I know that Critical streams on Twitch and on YouTube simultaneously. I might do that. I know that Jack Manifold does the same thing. He streams on YouTube and on Twitch. I mean, I might try that. But yeah, the problem is, I think, is like if I was dual streaming, I'd have to read both chats at once. I wouldn't want one side feeling neglected, and that would just be unreadable.
Color channel and 8K
That'd be like someone investing in stocks or something, man.
resolution. It can go beyond that, but then it begins to tile images together, which could
Philip made a video on buying WinRAR. I actually want to see that. I actually want to see that. I really want to see that.
Hey Pyro. This is my first time donating. I'm happy to see you're streaming. I just had a long shift as a teacher for students in your content's demographic. 4-year-olds.
Thank you, Jordan, for the 10. Shut up. I'm not seeing the kicks, Philip. Oh, is it this one? Anyway.
result in distracting joints between each tile due to compression.
I had to compress it down to 16 kilobytes for the whole image so I could make it visible and make it out of 2 separate images to show what a joint could look like, but only because I couldn't find one in practice. So it's probably not a big issue, but it's still a limitation that will degrade the image, and one that the JPEG XL doesn't suffer from.
Meanwhile, JPEG XL supports up to 32 bits per color channel and a resolution support that's so great it may as well be infinite.
Yeah, I've never used JPEG XL. I kind of see stuff that's like JPEG, and then I get a little bit scared. I mean, I use JPEG, but then there's like JPEG 2000 and stuff.
It's very much a standard built for the future, while AVIF seems optimized for today's use cases, which is fine for 99.9% of people and situations, but it is a bit worrying it's already neglecting that remaining 0.1%. JPEG XL isn't just more future-proof, it's also a lot more functional over the internet. It's currently easier for computers to create these
Twitch is infested with Turkish subs. Oh, do they do the same thing on Twitch that they do on YouTube members then? Do they have like pause that use VPNs to buy them for like a dilla?
images and to view them back again, meaning
Will you review the Borderlands movie? I'd need to watch it.
lower
But I've heard very, very bad things.
hardware requirements and less power being used to view JPEG XL images compared with AVIF ones. Although as hardware progresses, this difference will matter less and less.
Oh, I like that. Royalty free? No, 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 no. Supports animation. I'm just wondering what gets worse. Something's going to get worse. I mean, JPEG is the one that he was shilling. WebP. Let's have a look at that. Low fidelity. Lossless. Ooh, lossless is always good. That's the biggest on lossless. What's the worst one? PNG was made in 90... that kind of makes sense, actually. WebP is 2010. I swear I've only seen that the past few years, though. I guess they've just been, like, pushing it out. Yeah, WebP is 16K by 16K. Oh my god, that's 1 billion. Jesus. Damn.
JPEG XL also supports a handy feature called progressive decoding. Before you can view an AVIF image online, it has to load the entire thing, but JPEG XL...
Do you know how annoying that is when I go onto certain websites and then you go on an image and it takes ages to load? Like 5 minutes for it to slowly load? That is the worst thing imaginable. Thank you, Mila, for joining.
XL can display a low-quality version of the whole image after just 15% of the image is loaded, and then it can gradually fill in the rest with more details as and when they're loaded in.
Okay, that is actually so much better, though.
And it can even prioritize the most important bits of the image to load in high quality first.
Google, of all companies, posted a blog discussing how they used AI to calculate saliency prediction, which is bits that load in first.
It's witchcraft. This makes it very suitable for web browsing and for when you're scrolling through pages.
I paid $0.5 for my membership. What is an economy? I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it.
Just quickly and just need placeholder images rather than blank sections. And this is especially useful on lower speed internet connections. So you'd think it would be a no-brainer for the world to move over to JPEG XL. And yet, the internet has seemingly spoken, and it's decided it wants AVIF instead. And by the internet I mean Google, whose Chrome browser dropped support for JPEG XL back in February 2023. And as you might know, since most browsers are based on Chromium, it doesn't bode well for JPEG.
What? Chromium. Chromium is such an unfortunate name. Whenever I hear Chromium, I just think of copium.
XL support. All this makes this particular study all the more interesting, since it's the one place on the internet that seems to heavily favour AVIF over JPEG XL. It appears to have been done by the AVIF team, it's based on sample sizes of 24 and 48 images, and it comes to the conclusion again and again that AVIF is superior to JPEG XL. It shows that it's faster at creating images, faster to display them, and that AVIF delivers superior image quality at the same file size. Which seems to go against everything else I've read about it online. It even shows progressive decoder slowing down the decode performance of JPEG XL, which I thought was interesting given that clearly the benefits of progressive decode outweigh any of these negatives that are seen in these charts. The only thing this study shows JPEG XL beating AVIF at is in compressing lossless images, which isn't exactly...
I recorded, because when I do main channel videos, I get like really obsessed with quality. And at the minute, I've found the perfect balance where I can record 2K. Oh, he put the tweet out. Apparently on Mystical Alive, the video is out. Should we give it a look? Should we give it a look? Okay. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. Oh, wait, hang on. Right. This is his Twitter, so we can put out a hit on him afterwards, in case we find out he's lying. Right, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look.
Hello, chat. Hello, Pyrocynical. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. And
Okay, I can already tell this is bait. I can already tell this is bait.
I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. What we came across today in the stream was obviously unplanned.
Is he doing he's doing the Logan Paul apology for the Japanese forest, word for word.
The reactions you saw on the table were raw.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I gotta do a side by side.
Hello, chat. Hello, Pyrocynical. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
And I don't expect to be forgiven.
And I don't expect to be forgiven.
He is just stealing from Logan Paul!
I'm simply here to apologize.
I'm simply here to apologize.
What we came across today in the stream was obviously unplanned.
So what we came across that day in the woods was obviously unplanned.
He's just stealing it. He's just stealing it.
The reactions you saw on the tape were raw.
And the reactions you saw on tape were raw. They were unfiltered.
They were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never done those donations and gifted subs.
None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down.
Okay, for a brokey, he's kind of funny.
There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't, and for that, I deeply apologize. Now, me sitting here
and stopped recording what we were going through.
Sorry you got scammed.
There's a lot of things I should have done differently,
to
but
get
I
a heart
didn't.
surgery.
And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I want to apologize to the internet.
Here in my $1 million mansion, wearing a Tommy Hilfiger shit doesn't mean anything, okay?
Right, it's a Tommy Hilfiger shirt in Georgia, so you probably bought that for $2.
It's actually, here, there we go.
It's definitely fake.
I'm definitely guilty. Guilty of scamming my dear friend that I've enjoyed many, many years with, Pyrocynical, who actually ignored me 2 years ago on a major event I was planning for my friend. So for that, let's call this vengeance.
Okay, so he's probably DM'd me on Twitter, I ignored it, and now he's basically just gone on like a vengeance spree. I like how he's not even apologetic either.
And the whole idea is that basically the exchange rates for each country are different. That is absolutely right. And there is a little loophole with the gifted subs. And I'm going to show you my bank statement in a second, okay? By the way, I'm filming on a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, so that makes me a little bit less broke.
I'm filming on the exact same phone. I'm filming on the exact same phone.
But
thank you, Akdov, for the 5 months.
I just want to say something real quick. I did all of this for you, the chat. You casual workers who work 9-to-5 jobs, working at Starbucks and
No. We're not doing a Robin Hood thing. We're not doing a Robin Hood thing. We're not doing a Robin Hood thing. We're not doing that. We're not doing I did this for you to gain sympathy points on Reddit. No, we're not doing that.
You're the true G's. You're the true mysticals in the chat.
That's crazy.
So, big W for you. Now regarding the bank statements, okay, I just want to make it quick and short for you.
Right.
Here's basically the statement.
Oh my god. Look at the fee. The fee is $0.06. So every time he was giving 50 gifted, what's the most amount? Okay, so $22 is when he should have... So he's basically paying, I think, 10% of what he should actually be paying because of the inflation.
I'm not going to show my personal information over.
That's crazy. Hang on, how many YouTube gifted? I'm trying to see. It's so hard to see. The quality's so ass. Elon, get a better website, bro. I'm thinking because this is the most amount, right? Yeah, I think because if I do 50 gifted, that's £250, and he's basically paying $22 for 50 gifted.
Over here, but yeah, basically there's a difference over here. Okay, obviously there's like $25 for 50 gift subs over here.
Wow, $25 for 50. That's less than 10%. Jesus, inflation is blowing my mind. The fact that I gotta pay £250 to give 50 gifted, I don't think there's a worse country in the world to pay for gifted subs, right? Apart from, there is not a worse country in the UK than the UK to pay gifted subs. You are actually paying the most. Because I've seen some people here in chat, and they say for 50 gifted, it's $250. And our economy is worth more. And look at this, bro. He's literally giving 50 gifted. He's giving 50 gifted again while I'm making the argument that he's lying about how much he's giving. Thank you, Akdov. Thank you, Mystical, for the 50 gifted. I'm sure that was 7 whole pesos. Like he literally, I pay £250 to give to Critical, right? Someone who's got more money than me. And he looks at chat and he goes, "Oh, hey, Pyro. Thanks for the gifted, man. I appreciate
Bro
it."
really said inflation is blowing his mind.
Shut up, fat degenerate. Thank you for the 10. No, I give 50 subs to Critical, right? I pay 250 British pound, right? And then Charlie looks at his screen and he goes, he's streaming and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Pyrocynical, for the 50 gifted. Hope you're doing good, man." And he just goes back to the stream. That was 250. And then this guy gives me 50 gifted. A fake unearned money. That you could basically get a Pepsi Max and a bean and cheese melt from like Greg's for that amount of money. And then I gave a bigger reaction there than Critical has ever given to me gifting him a sub. I need to study poor people. I need to go into the streets. I need to capture a bunch of poor people with like a net, and I need to put them in a glass cage and just study them. Because they are some of the most ingenious people. They will do anything to avoid giving money. Like it's crazy.
I did pay Mr. Pyrocynical today around $560, I think, in total. All right.
Wait, did it? Okay, did he? Okay, wait. If it's that much total, then I kneel. I actually kneel. Okay.
But overall, I did pay Mr. Pyrocynical today around $560.
Okay. Let me check with the accountant. Okay. That's probably accurate, through Super Chat this stream, I've made about $600. Obviously, way more off stream elements. Way more. Like 10 times that amount. But yeah, that might be right. He might not be capping there. I do believe that. I do believe that. So, okay, so even though he was scamming a little bit, it was kind of... he was actually giving a fair amount of money. Yeah, because he did that so much as well. Oh, what's this over the course of, though? This is over the course of multiple days, I think. August 1st to the 13th. Right. So that's money out this month, not just today. I see. But he has given a lot, to be fair. So even though he's giving, like, actually nothing, he's gifted so much, it has actually added up. So, okay, you know what? You know what? Mystical, shake my hand over the internet. That's fair. That's fair. You're not a scammer. You're not a scammer in my eyes anymore. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Could you... Okay, I don't want to be that guy. Could you imagine if he actually wasn't in a broke country and he paid? Imagine how much money I'd have right now. I wouldn't need to stream again for like 3 days. Oh my god. That's like... That would have been like 10 grand. He basically gave like 10 grand. 10 grand's worth of memberships. And it only became $500. Sorry, I'm just crying with the deed to my house.
Paying Mr. Pyrocynical today around $560, I think, in total. All right, 4 streams as well. So
yep, actual Samsung moment here. Look at the lag. Like, his country's that bad, it's operating on like 500 ping.
Even though I'm poor, I'm not that poor. All right.
You are literally so poor that there is lag. Like, there is lag in your country.
Right.
That clock probably hasn't moved in 7 years.
And you filthy billionaire, playboy, fluffy guy, whatever, watching this.
El Beggar? How are you saying to me, El Beggar? El Beggar.
I do not regret it, honestly. You deserved it.
He actually lost that much money that he has put the Georgian economy into freefall. Like, they can't even lip sync anymore. They have no money. He spent the last $500 that country was sitting on.
Still love you. In chat, see you soon. Enjoy.
Yeah, all right. That guy was based. I'll drop that guy a follow. Is that anime? Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Jesus Christ. This. Right, anyway, back to this.
Something that the internet prioritizes. So I'm not saying that this is the study that killed JPEG XL supporting Chrome. I'm just saying it's pretty much the only available resource that could justify why it was killed. And it was published just 2 months before support for it was dropped in Chrome. But don't worry, there's always Firefox, although even they have remained quiet about JPEG XL, wanting to remain neutral on this topic.
I don't even know what a good browser is to use. What do you guys use? I do use Opera when I stream, to be fair, because it is a pretty competent...
I'll pay whatever for it. Love you, baby boy.
Thank you, Brandio. Brandio. Hang on. What's the biggest Twitch donation of all time? Thank you, Mystical, for the 10 pause. 1 million. 1 million? Okay. Listen. Brandio, you send me $1 million and 1 cent to beat the current world record for the biggest Twitch donation. I will make Carsex 2 immediately. Okay? I will make it immediately.
Apple's all for it though, with their Safari browser supporting both AVIF and the JPEG XL standards. And Microsoft are gradually rolling out support for JPEG XL.
What do you mean Prestige 10 beggar? Like, it's a 7-year-old video. It's got to live up to the hype. Most of that money's going to go into the budget for it.
Their operating systems as well, though it's so difficult to use either of them in Windows 11 just yet that I'm not going to...
You know what I hate so much about you guys? You guys take words that I say that are funny and then you use them against me. I hate that so much.
...win to either of them. And I should know, because I've tried it already. A year ago, I settled on
Was he sleeping with a toy violin?
AVIF as being the standard I'd dabble with, simply because it compresses so damn well. You see, my parents have over 90,000 pictures, and it's reaching the point where the whole backup is filling up their tiny little hard drives, and it's becoming difficult for them to create new backups from and to share them all on USB
Does anyone know this music is that he uses? He uses this every video. I love it so much.
sticks and stuff. So for fun, I converted all 90,000 of their pictures to AVIF, and I got over 400 gigabytes of...
Thank you, Pult, for the 8. Thank you for the great streams. I'm off to uni for the day. Are you Australian? What is that time zone? Maybe you are Australian. Yeah, have a good day, man. Thank you.
If only those members were real, maybe you'd be able to pay for the Echo 2K song in Darkwood video.
No, the Darkwood video's been settled. Don't worry. Me and your mum sat down and talked about it for quite a while. She was great. She was great talking about it. You know, I went straight into her purse afterwards. Took out her 3... You know, she's got 3 debit cards. She's that broke. She's overcharged on 2 cards. Unlucky. But yeah, I used the rest of her funds to pay for the Darkwood video. Don't worry.
JPEGs down to roughly 100 gigabytes in AVIF files, with minimal drop in quality. You lose the grain, but I don't always see that as a bad thing. I also messed around with HDR images and was quite happy with the quality of a 1 megabyte 4K image. So while I agree that AVIF is a horribly flawed and limited and half-baked image format, if it's for anyone, then it's...
I can't do it anymore, man. Oh. Anyways. Same with videos, I can always add fake grain back in to trick my brain into thinking it's lossless again.
Probably for someone like me. However, the sheer lack of support for the image file, the broken thumbnails, how broken HDR itself is in Windows, and knowing just how many problems it would cause for the people I'd be sharing these AVIF images
Open these images in Chrome instead of your photo viewer and you'll be able to view them.
With for the years to come, I think it's going to be many years before either new format is going to be...
I can't tell what the difference is. Is that the point? There's no difference.
It's going to be many years before either new format is...
There's no difference at all.
...going to be ready to replace good old JPEG. But it...
Oh, come on.
That's
so...
like we're heading towards a future...
That's like when you turn on MSAA in video games. It's like, it just doesn't do anything.
...where AVIF is the standard online, just because the images will be the smallest file sizes, and because Google's pushing for it, while JPEG XL will be the standard...
He didn't even follow. I'm not logged into my my main Twitter on my computer, but when I log into it, I can I'll drop you a follow. But that's just my lurker account. I don't follow anyone on that.
Standard for anybody serious about image quality to stick to, because it's so much more robust and future-proof. Tell you what, someone should create an even newer, even better standard to unite all these formats once more.
I love this video so much.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Highest quality Steam profile picture. Alright. I think I'm done. It's like 10 past midnight. There was more stuff I wanted to cover, but we will do it tomorrow. I might do an earlier stream tomorrow, like a longer day stream. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good evening. Good night to everyone except scammers. I hate scammers. But you know what? To be fair, I'm eating good because I get to do a slot video on it tomorrow.